if you're a man in your 40s and people say you're emotionally distant or you've been told you don't open up, this video is for you. Most men think they struggle with vulnerability because they are emotionally closed, but that's not the real reason. And by the end of this video, you'll understand what's actually stopping you and how to change it without losing respect. Let me describe something and see if this feels familiar. So you can talk clearly about work, money, plans, responsibilities, but when it comes to how you feel, your words disappear. Not because there's nothing there, but because something inside says, this is not safe. And as you hear this, you might already be recognizing yourself, which actually tells me you're not broken. You are conditioned. Here's what most men don't realize. Avoiding vulnerability does not just affect relationships. It quietly changes how people respond to you over time. And I'll come back to this. If you grew up in India, especially in 80s or 90s, you learned early. Be strong, don't complain, handle it, and be useful. Men, you see, were not valued for emotional expression. They were valued for stability. So your nervous system learned something very simple. Emotion is risk and control is safety. You didn't choose this consciously. It was absorbed. And now, decades after, your body still reacts as if honesty could cost you respect. As you listen, you might begin connecting the dots, and that awareness matters more than advice. There's a crucial distinction most men never learn: the difference between emotional dumping and grounded vulnerability. Confusing the two is why vulnerability feels dangerous. I'll show you how to separate them in a moment. Okay, let's clear this up. Vulnerability is not breaking down emotionally, oversharing, revisiting childhood wounds mid-argument, losing composure. That is emotional flooding. And most men avoid vulnerability because that is what they imagine. No wonder it feels unsafe. Real vulnerability is simple. It's saying one honest thing without defiance, justification, or blame. For example, I don't have clarity yet, and that is uncomfortable for me. I feel pressure building and I don't want it to come out as irritation. I need time to think before I respond. That's it. Notice, no drama, no collapse, no loss of authority. And this is where something interesting happens. When men do this consistently, people stop reacting defensively, not emotionally, neurologically. Let me explain why. When you name your internal state calmly, the other person's nervous system relaxes. Because there's no guessing, no threat, no emotional ambush. And as this happens, you notice conversations becoming calmer, respect staying intact, and less distance over time. That is why vulnerability builds trust faster than defense. Here's something you can use today: a 3-step grounded expression. Before you speak, name the sensation, not the story. The tightness, the pressure, the unsettled. Name the impact, not the blame. When this builds, I withdraw or I get quieter. Name one honest need, not a demand. I need space to think. I need this to stay calm. And as you practice this, you may begin feeling steadier while speaking because your body knows you are not under threat. Before I tell you what changed for one of the clients that I worked with, notice what this brings up in your life, because this is where most people have a quiet realization. So a 44-year-old client I once worked with told me, I thought emotional openness would make me look weak. Instead, my wife stopped walking on eggshells. I stopped walking on eggshells. My kids started talking more, and I feel lighter, like I was not carrying everything alone. See, no big speeches, just less defense. So let's close the loop we opened at the start. Vulnerability does not feel hard because you're weak. It feels hard because no one taught you how to stay regulated while being honest. Once that clicks, things change. So ask yourself, if you stopped protecting yourself for one honest moment, what would you actually say? And if this helped, share it with a man who carries a lot, but rarely talks about it.